Good morning, high school. It is Monday, November 30th already. Tomorrow is December. That's weird. And this past weekend was Thanksgiving weekend here in the United States. We are wrapping up Thanksgiving weekend here in America, and it was a very weird year for Thanksgiving, given all that's going on, but it's also a weird year to think about being grateful with our lives. It's really easy for me to look around and look at where I am right now and say, I am not in the house that I wanted to be in. I am far away from my job and my colleagues, and I'm in a different country. I was forced to leave the place I wanted to stay. And while I am around my family, we couldn't gather as a large group for Thanksgiving. We're not going to be able to gather as a large group for Christmas. I don't actually know if I'm going to be able to see my grandmother, who's in a care home right now, if they're going to allow us in. There's just so much going on this year that it's hard to think about reasons to be grateful. The all-erupted worldwide pandemic, wildfires all over Australia and the western US, politic insanity in this country, schools in the Philippines being unable to operate face-to-face, multiple devastating typhoons in the Philippines, and hurricanes here in the southern US. I'm sure you've all seen the memes at this point about what a train wreck, dumpster fire, royal mess 2020 is. That's not news. It's easy to feel like there really aren't many reasons to be grateful. We're celebrating Thanksgiving in the middle of this? Seriously? But similar to what I said last week, if I think about it even just a little bit, I can find all sorts of things that I can be grateful for. Yeah, 2020 has been kind of a mess, but I live in 2020 where I have healthcare and food. I don't worry about where I'm sleeping tomorrow night. I don't have to go hunt for what I need to eat and feed my family tomorrow. Walmart's, a 20-minute drive away and has anything I need. I'm able to communicate like this with you and with my family. I'm not waiting 4 months for a letter on a steamship to go back and forth across the ocean. I have this behind me. Sure, it's not my house in the Philippines, but it's an okay situation to be in. If you do a quick Google and start looking at sites on gratitude and being thankful, you will very quickly realize that not just from a Christian worldview, but from an entirely secular worldview, being grateful and being thankful is much less a response to the situation you're in than a reflection of how you are handling the situation that you are in. What I mean is, no matter what situation you find yourself in, you can choose to not be grateful about it, whether your situation's wonderful or whether your situation's pretty darn terrible. Likewise, no matter what your situation is, you can choose to be grateful about it. You can always find things for which you can be grateful, and you can make that deliberate choice to say, I'm going to be thankful for what I've got, the things that I have, and I'm not going to pay attention to the things that I may want, the things that I don't have. Paul had some real ups and downs in his life in the story of Acts, and in one of the letters that he writes to the church at Philippi, he says, I've learned to be content in whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need. I know what it is to have plenty. I've learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. Paul wasn't only grateful when things were going his way and when he was getting what he wanted out of life, when the situations that he was in were what he was hoping for and wanting to be true. He was grateful and thankful all the time. We can be too. There has been kind of a renaissance of sorts on the science of gratitude and the science of being thankful in your life. There have been numerous psychological and university studies measuring and determining what are the effects of people who are grateful in their lives and what effect does that have on them. And I'm going to run down 7 from Psychology Today. So fairly reputable magazine. So here, 7 scientifically proven benefits to being grateful. It helps you in your relationships with other people to make those relationships better and go more smoothly. It improves your physical health. It improves your psychological health. It enhances your empathy and reduces aggression, which I guess could be 2 different things. It helps you get better sleep. It improves your self-esteem and gives you better mental strength. Those are completely unrelated things to your spiritual worldview or your spiritual life. Those are just 7 byproducts of practicing gratitude in your life, of every day sitting down and thinking through, what am I thankful for today? Given what happened today and the situation that I'm in, what can I be thankful for? What can I find that pleasure in? So don't let this dumpster fire of a year stop you from being grateful, stop you from expressing thanks in your life. Thanks to God for the things that He's done, things that He's given you, the situation that He's put you in, and thanks to the people around you. We all need to hear it more often from each other, which means we all need to say it more often to each other. Go find someone who's done something, who's been something for you, who's said something that you've appreciated or that's been meaningful. Thank them today. And if, like me, this is how you're communicating with the people who are close to you in your life, send them an email. Send them one of those 20-second messenger clips on video. Let them know that you're thankful. And then, while you're at it, take the chance to thank God, too, for what He's done in your life. Because I can guarantee you that no matter what situation you're in right now, you can find things to be thankful for. Everyone, I'm thankful that this semester is 3 weeks from being over. So we only got 3 weeks between now and your Christmas break. So keep at it. Don't give up. And in 3 weeks, we can look back and be thankful that this semester is behind us. Till next week, stay safe, stay sane.